Hello YouTube, this is DrawingKid1313 and welcome to some more program development in C++. Now, in my last one, we made a clock, and looking back on that, I realize, I'm like, wow, that was a very bad way to start out a series, especially if some of the people watching these are people that are just starting out in C++. And we used some of the more, I'm not going to say advanced because there's even more advanced, but we used, some of the more moderate difficulty coding. Do you see my mouse cursor blinking? Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, anyways. Yeah, we used some of the more moderate difficulty coding, and I kind of just skipped over the basic stuff. And that's not really anything too good. That's really not good, especially if you're just starting out. So, in this one, we are going to be making a calculator. Now, we are going to be making it a few different ways, alright? We're going to start off in this, we're going to make it very basic. Very, very basic. And then as we go along in the episodes, we're going to make it increasingly more difficult to code, but also more functional and more user-friendly. So, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to create a new project, console application. I'm going to save it in my documents, my libraries. Now I do apologize if my computer seems slow or if anything seems um, weird because I am rendering a video and probably stressing out my CPU to the max. But yeah, anyways, all this stuff right here you won't really have, so I'm just going to delete it for now. We may use it in the future, but for now, this is all you need. This is the default headers that come with C++ when you create a new uh, project. And basically this is used to input and output data, such as C and C out. And this is just the regular directory for, I think, all this stuff, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the calculator. We're going to do the most basic thing, and we are going to have the user enter in two numbers, and we are going to add them together for him. All right. So we're going to have the user enter in two numbers, and then we are going to have the answer outputted, if that's a word. I think you could put past tense in there. But yeah, so basically we need three variables. We need two for the input and one for the output. So let's go ahead and make three integer variables, and we're just going to name them pretty simple: num1, num2, and answer. All right, num1, num2, and answer. Now we're going to prompt the user to enter in these two numbers using a simple cout statement. We're going to say enter a number. Alright, we're going to put a semicolon, end our quotation marks, and put the little semicolon right there. And then we're going to allow the user to enter it in, again, using cin, similar to what we did in the clock. So cin, and we're going to say cin num1. So what this will do is it'll say enter in a number. It's going to store it into the next thing that the user enters. Assuming that it's an integer value, it's going to go ahead and take that information and store it into the variable number1 or num1. Now we are going to prompt the user to enter in a second number. Enter another number. Semicolon and quotation marks, and there you go. Alright, so now we are going to say cin. Make sure your little arrows are facing the correct way. We're going to cin num2. Alright, so now I have both the numbers entered, and now we have to do something with that. We can create a simple function. Well, it's not really a function. Functions are something else that we'll get to later. But we're going to tell it what to do with these two numbers. So we're going to say take number1 and add it to num2. Num2. Alright? Or sorry, hold on. Sorry. Did that backwards. Now we are going to tell it what to store, or what information to store in the variable answer. So we're going to say answer equals num1 plus num2. Alright, so now this will take num1 it'll add it to num2 and store that integer value into the variable answer. So now all that's left is to see out the answer. So see out, we're going to make it say the answer is, and then we're going to enter quotation marks, make more arrows, and then we have to do that whenever we go from just quotations, entering a quotations, to entering in like a variable or something. So now we're going to see out answer. There we go. And then we're going to just see out end line. Alright, so this will create a new line. And now let's go ahead and let's run this. Going to run it, we're going to save it as calculator. Going to run it, and eventually, okay, it's done. That's awesome. Thank you for telling me. I would appreciate it if you ran the actual code. Maybe I pressed the wrong thing. Yeah, I think I did. Alrighty. There you go. So it's going to say enter in a number. Let's do 2. Enter in another number. Let's do 2. Actually, just to show you that they are different, I'm going to do 4. The answer to this should be 6. The answer is 6. Beautiful. It works perfectly. So this is a simple calculator, and you can notice that the next thing that we can do, let's go ahead and just copy everything that we have here, enter down, and paste it again. So we're going to have the same thing happen. We're going to say enter a number, enter another number. And instead of adding, let's say that we wanted to multiply them. Alright? So now, it's first going to ask us to enter in 2 numbers, and it's going to add them. After it adds them, it's going to ask us for 2 more numbers, and then it's going to multiply them. Let's go ahead and just do 2 and 4. It's going to say 6. Now it's going to ask us to enter in more numbers. Let's do 5 and 10. We should get 50. There you go. And you can do this a few times. You can say the next one, let's go ahead and subtract the 2 numbers. So just take those and we'll subtract. Alright, and then, run through this and you would continue on and continue on. So it's pretty simple, very easy to expand on. So 2, 5, 3, 5 is 15, and then let's say 10 minus 9. There we go. The answer is 1. Cool. Very cool. So this is a very simple calculator program. You can see that it's pretty basic. It doesn't have anything fancy to it, and it only allows you to do each thing once. So in the next episode, this is going to be the end of this part, but in the next part, we are going to go ahead and figure out a way to allow the user to choose which one they want to do, being addition, multiplication, or subtraction, and then we are going to allow the user to continue through the process until he wants to exit. Kind of similar to what we did in the clock, where we search for an escape key press and exit the program accordingly. But as for now, I'm trying to keep these tutorials fairly short, so I think this is just perfect for now. So thank you for watching. I hope that this tutorial has helped you. If it has, please help me out by leaving a like. And if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. And I hope to see you in the next episode. It's been DrawingKid1313, and I will see you all in part 2 of our calculator program development.